Oh, there we go. Hello, how are we doing? Um, we are going to be doing some Tier 3 today. Um, and first up, we're going to have Supply Block Party versus Barcode Tier 3. This is going to be Week 8. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I always look forward to Tier 3. And I've learned from experience that these are just usually some pretty fun and interesting games. So, getting this going. Okay. All right. So we're going to do, I believe, I'm going to try to do what I believe is going to be 9 to 7. Yeah, I think 9 to 7. I'm going to try and do what I think is going to be that, but I might get them mixed up. We'll do our best. Anyway, up first we have a ZVT. And we'll get into this in a second here. Okay. Here we go. Axel playing for Supply Block Party and Father's Belt playing for Barcode. Let's get our handy dandy casting sheet going. Go ahead and put this over here. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Expand my scoreboard a little bit. Awesome. Okay. And let's see. I forget what week 8 was. Okay, so we got that. Oh, we need to go over here. Go back to this screen and turn that off. Perfect. Now we're ready to go. Okay. All right. So I believe game 1 is going to be on Vermeer. So here we go. All right. Go and fill in the scoreboard data. Actually, I'll probably do that while the game's going so we get the game started. All right. Appreciate it, Dada. Have a good night, and thank you for stopping by. Appreciate the support. All right, here we go. All right, on Vermeer, we have in the top right, Axel, and in our red Zerg, and in the bottom right, our blue Terran, Father's Belt. And we'll go ahead and get the, whoops. Wow, this is not friendly at all. Okay. All right, so this is, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's pause this. This is not letting me edit the scoreboard and play the replay at the same time. Noted. Won't do this again. Okay. All right. So now we have everything set up. And here we go. I was hoping it would play and oh. I was hoping it would play and at the same time so that I can you know, fill out the scoreboard while this static state of the game is going, but it wouldn't let me. It's alright. It looks like Terran is getting ready to build their supply depot. Looking good, looking good. Okay. Cool. Alright, so it looks like we got an overpool out of Axel. Forward racks as well. Looking good. Looking normal. And it looks like both players are going to get the first scout. Axel is going to get the Terran scout location with the Overlord, and Axel and Father's Belt. Sorry, Zerg is going to get the scout location with the Overlord. Terran's going to get the first scout with the SCV. Four Zerglings on the way. And an expansion. I would guess that Terran is probably trying to expand right about now. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm still kind of learning expand timings, so. Zerg has 6 lings on the way. But, you know, with this, between this SCV wall and these Marines that are coming, I think Terran's going to be able to hold this. Wow, that did nothing. I'm surprised that they just walked right by that SCV wall. One ling does get by. I mean, this is enough to die to workers, so. But it is going to be annoying nonetheless, well, before it dies. Good night, Dada. Zerg, it looks like, is going for another hatchery and no gas, so I don't see this as being like a muta switch, at least not yet. Probably not going to see a 6-minute muta play. Yeah, I think all in all, this SCV wall did absolutely nothing, and considering it did nothing, that's just lost mining time, so that's unfortunate. But, the Zerg Natural is saturated, and it looks like Terran is finally looking to land here at this base. Got Academy on the way, okay. And we're transferring SCVs. And Lair is on the way as well. And a Hydra Den. So, my best guess, just knowing what I know about Zerg units and Terran units, my best guess is we're going to see some pretty quick lurkers come out here. And, these might just come out before Terran has any scans at this rate, because there is no comsats at either of these command centers. It looks like Terran is maybe trying to go for like a 4-Rax bio bust play here. You know, get a few more control groups of bio going. But with this lurker switch that's pending, I think this is their best bet right here, is to just go up here with this small group and try and get done what they can get done. So, sunken colonies are not quite done yet. So, this will get a little bit of damage done. Might even be able to take out some colonies. Yeah, there you go. Focus fire them down. Wow. And all the hydras are dead, so we can't build any lurkers from any existing hydras, and this is busted. So, well played. Well, I think a good instinct to just like go for it now. It looks like this is completely dead and busted, and Terran can just walk right in here. There are lurkers morphing, so these are gonna die. I wonder if we'll see any turrets, though. Nice play. I was a little worried, but he went right for it. So he went right for it at the exact time he needed to. Oh, gotta pull out. Oh, never mind. We have scans. Good, 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 good. Beautiful. And now that play is done. So, again, very... I liked Axel's idea. I liked Axel's idea of just really going for fast lurkers. But... there is no fooling this Terran. No siree. Alright. GG. Well played. Father's Belt takes game 1. All right. Going into game 2 here. That was a nice, clean, sharp opening there. Early game strategy. Well done. All right, and for the second one, we have butter. And here we go. All right. Once again, our red Zerg spawning in the top right. It is Axel playing for Supply Block Party. And in the bottom right, our blue Terran, Father's Belt, playing for Barcode. All right. Curious to see what opening Axel's going to go for. Looks like it's probably going to be another overpool. Grizzly, welcome to the chat, my friend. Thanks for supporting your CPL mates. And McRibbed as well. Hello, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Again, a forward racks. Once again, 6 lings coming up. There we go. I almost feel like, well, I don't know. It may not be a good idea. I was thinking I almost feel like he should go like 8-10 legs and just bust like Zerg does in ZVP, but it may not work quite the same way. Once again, trying to get this body block wall going. This is a much better, though, spot for that, just because of the topography here. I mean, you can't get around this or this. Oh, I should probably cancel the CC. Or just go out. That works, too. There we go. All right. Got that going back. So we got a bunker coming down. This is a nice call. Looks like Zerg is once again going for that in-base macro hatch and probably going to go for that lurker transition. Terra, meanwhile, probably looking to drop an academy anytime soon here. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that was a... Cool, so it's just 3 hatch lurker. Alright. Kind of just got... I mean, you know, we got a bunker here, but... We're going to have enough bio, we're going to be able to push out. I mean, against this many lings anyway, we won't be able to push out against lurkers. Yep, so Academy is starting, 2 racks going. Probably going to be a 3rd racks coming down shortly. Yeah, I feel like I kind of like that 3 hatch lurker is a thing. As much as I like Muta and I like Muta micro, Mutas are kind of one of those units where, you know, I mean, they're micro intensive, so if you're not good at it, lurkers are a little bit, I feel like a little bit friendlier. Really going ham on the Sunkens, which is not bad, but I think once again our Sunkens are a little too late here. I almost wonder if we should throw down 2 Sunkens before we start going. Well, yeah, no, he's going to hold it. I stand corrected. Zerg strong. How strong? Zerg strong. All right. I like this play here of going into is this a okay? I like this play of going into factory with add-on. I'm personally a fan of using siege tanks to bust off of like a few racks like this. So I really like this play out of Terran. Zerg is sending a few Hydras down, presumably to morph them into lurkers out here and contain the Terran. And we've got forward bunkers here. I'm guessing this is good, normal defensive procedure. Oh, even better reason to go tanks. You need them to defend. There we go. I like the turret placement here. This is I really like the turret placement here and how they're being paired with the bunkers. I mean, he might try to bust. This is, you know, usually at this tier you do try to end the game in like 1 or 2 engagements. So we'll see. Tanks are out. And this is not going to work. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things I've noticed against, like, because I've played against players that are more in my tier, and I've played against like higher tiered players, and I feel like one of the big differences between lower and higher tiered players is that higher tiered players are they don't seem, at least the ones I've played, they seem a little bit more patient, and they don't seem willing to just end the game in one attack. Corvo, Father's Belt, hey, thank you for entering the chat. My bad, guys. We have a lot of lurkers incoming, and I mean, vessels are on the way, and we are going up to now 5 racks, so, but, that's a lot. Especially if all those morph into lurkers too. That's a lot. So we'll see what happens here. Zerg base, we are going up to Hive as well. I'm not sure what the Hive play is. I know he's going up to Hive Tech, but I'm not sure what the play is after this. Maybe Defiler, I would guess. That or just Ultras, like Ultras, Crazy Zerg. I mean, that could be a thing too. Yeah, this is countered. But there's a lot of supporting units here that could still crush this. So, nice job trying to get everything attacking at once. Doesn't quite work out though. Yeah, looks like we're going into Defiler. I mean, with Bio, I could see either Plague or Dark Swarm being really good. I mean, obviously Dark Swarm, but I could see either of them being really good. Oh, my Twitch chat. Hold on. I don't know what's wrong with my Twitch chat. Oh, I don't know. This is a pretty big... This is a good time to move out. Lurkers are trying to catch this off guard, but once again, this Terran is just... You cannot pull the wool over Father's Belt's eyes, man. What do you mean? Like the words are popping up and disappearing? I don't know. I could have the I do have the setting on like the message disappears after a certain amount of time, so it could also just be too short. This is ooh man. I mean, we have defilers, so we could totally like do something here, but there we go. Gotta swarm down. And we got another swarm down. Nice. I don't think Zerg has quite enough. I think Terran just has a little bit too much. Yeah, look at 90 supply to 30. I mean, that's pretty... The Terran has since kept macroing and rebuilt their army, and they're sending reinforcements up, so that's good. Going up to 6 racks right now, and still vessel tank. And Zerg, you know, for all their valiant effort, this natural, it just keeps being under threat. Like now they've had to rebuild the hatchery. I applaud Axel for staying in the game and still like trying to move forward. But I feel like once Terran was able to get out onto the map, he just wasn't able to get any of that momentum back. More reinforcements coming. Zerg now has kind of like a last hurrah of lurkers here. And that's it. Although, you know, if Terran just wastes all their scans, this could even out. Wow. Oh man. Oh man, that sucks. Oh. Just straight up move command into the grinder. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough spot. I don't see Zerg coming back from this, unfortunately. Oh, well, there you go. If you're bored, just irradiate a drone. Oh, man, and eraser. This is bad. Father's Belt, you are a bad man. All right, Chi-Chi, that was just that was mean. All right. Well played. I appreciate the effort that Zerg gave it, but this is a 2-0 in favor of Barcode. We'll get him next week. Get him next week. Or, well, you know. I just realized when I said that I'm not playing these in chronological order. So this is like from like weeks ago. But well played. Good try, and I like seeing well executed plays. Awesome. Okay. All right, up next we have Gemini DTX versus Bigums. A TVP. All right, who's that's okay. Map 1 is Burmer. All right. Here we go. Oh, is yeah, Gemini is Barcode. I mean, it's SPP. All right. All right. Back to Vermeer. Whoops. Our second series of the night. Our blue Terran playing for Supply Block Party. It is Gemini. And in the bottom right, red Protoss playing for Barcode. It is Bingus Khan. All right. I like the name. Bingus Khan. kind of late for... No, it's about right for a depot. We got a forward depot, I guess. Nice pylon placement. You can totally, you know, you could totally put like something here. So I like that. And we got a semi-wall in already at the natural, so that's nice. Protoss is scouting first. Terran should be scouting momentarily. I feel like that gas was maybe started a little late. Oh, there we go. Finally sending a scout out. Okay. And it looks like that's actually very fortunate. So even though the scout is late, Terran is also going to get first scout on the Protoss. So this worker nonsense that's annoying is going to be, you know, it's not going to have really any effect. Factory, okay. All looking pretty good, pretty good. Protoss is going for, looks like some sort of a goon expand. Good old 23 Nexus it is. Of course, we got this annoying guy here, provoking the ire of the Marines in the bunker. As any respectable Dragoon should. So this placement here from Bingus is a little risky. But, you know, if he sees the vulture pop out, with this goon, he'll be able to react, so. So he sees the vulture. If he sees the vulture, he should pull this goon back to here. Just to be safe. Curious to see what Protoss is going to transition into. I see only one gateway here, so this makes me think this is probably going to be some sort of a arbiter build, like a 3-base arbiter maybe. But you never know. Depending on how Protoss decides to react, they could do something different as well. Oh no, yeah, we have a goon right here. Nice. I'm not sure about TVP. TVP is the one Terran matchup I haven't really put in the time to learn yet, but I feel like this kind of 3-fact vulture thing that's going on here is a little unconventional, but I could be wrong. It's just not something I have seen Terrans do very often. Pross, meanwhile, getting the third down. That looked like that was about the right time, so we should be seeing Citadel coming down, if we haven't yet. Nice scout with the barracks here. Okay, so Citadel's a little... It's on the way. We have Citadel Forge on the way. It's a little later than I was anticipating, but... the big thing is, you know... Especially in this kind of a game where it's like a numbers game, is keeping your production going. Nice. I like the... It's a little disorganized, but I kind of like the spread here of units. Observer coming in just a wee bit late at like 8 minutes. But seeing that there's 3 factories... I don't know if they saw 3 factories, but they saw at least 2. And a CC on the way. There's not a lot of tanks here. This is, to me, this is a surprisingly low amount of tanks in a TVP. Although this also feels like a slightly low amount of goons too. Oh. So we've got okay. So we aren't going up to Arbiter just yet. Oh, there we go. There's the tech right there. Okay. Well, it's a little bit late, but you know, that's all right. Especially if this isn't something that you like practice all the time. You know. It's better to get the sequence down before you start worrying about like ironing out timings. Ah, yeah. There's just not enough goons out here to like really threaten this. By now, ideally, you'd want to have like 2 control groups of goons as Protoss. So, yeah, this is a little low. But, like I said, it's also pretty low for Terran as well. This is, what, like 6 tanks on the battlefield total at 10 minutes into the game? So I like the idea of trying to keep tabs on the positioning of the units. So I like the idea of holding the high ground. This is good. There you go. And these goons can actually just snipe this. That's perfect amount of goons to totally shut this down. Terran is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factories. Not all of them are building, but at least, you know, they're, I mean, and they're all in a line, but at least there's enough spread that you're not going to worry about units getting stuck. Yeah. So just a fun little factoid. 4 goons can two-shot a siege tank. So yeah, a couple isolated, unprotected tanks. This amount of goons can just totally take them out. Doesn't take much. So we are finally going up to Arbiter. I'm not sure if this is the first one. Yeah, it looks like this is the first Arbiter out at 13 minutes. So ideally, and the CPL web app has resources on guides. Particularly, there's a lot of Protoss guides. 3-base Arbiter, to my understanding, this guy's about 3 minutes late. You want this guy to start somewhere around the 10-minute mark. So, just an FYI. Yeah. Yeah. Big shout out to both Doodle and Worst for contributing to a lot of the Protoss guides. It's definitely the most comprehensive and in-depth place to start that I think I've seen. So this is oh man. Oh, I hate it when that happens. 2, 3, 4. Still on 5 factories. Getting a fourth CC is up. And 4th Nexus is down at 15 minutes. Alright. So it looks like we should be, with this Arbiter and this massive units, we should be moving in. I mean, we've been able to do a lot of damage with just goons up to this point, but maybe we're waiting on another group of zealots to finish. I don't know. But this is looking like a pretty scary army here. Oh, I see. We're trying to get off of the high ground and into the open field, maybe. Get more space. Okay. Just repositioning the army a little bit. Arbiter is going in here. Nice stasis on these tanks. Look at that! My god, 6 tanks on ice. Beautiful. And looks like now we're finally going to start making our move towards the third. Okay. GG, well played. That's okay, you know. All right. Awesome. We're going to go back to the home screen here. Okay, we got one more TVP coming up. It was a little long pulling the trigger on moving on the third base, but I also understand that, you know, when you're playing blind in a fog of war and you're at tier 3, it's very hard to know when, sometimes just from what you see, it's very hard to know when you have the advantage. And to know when you can actually pull the trigger. So I think that a correction there that could have maybe helped with that decisiveness a little bit could have been more observers on the field. I wasn't noticing too many observers out and about. I definitely noticed like one in the base, and I definitely noticed like one with the main army, but one aspect in that matchup as Protoss is you know, if you're going to go observers, you want to litter the map with them. I mean, not literally, but, you know, you want more. So. Alright. Okay. In the, I guess we're not doing team colors. In the top left are green Terran playing for Supply Block Party. It's Gemini DTX. And in the bottom right are mustard, spicy brown mustard yellow Protoss. It is Bingus Khan playing for the Barcode team. Okay. So, probably guess what Protoss is going to do. Just knowing how well it worked the first game. Probably going to do a 23 Nexus. This is, so I like that at least it's being placed here at the wall. But this is a little bit forward of a supply depot that I've seen a lot of Terrans play. Just an observation though. I don't know if there's anything really critically bad about that, but it is an observation. Should see a scout coming out right about now. Nope, I guess we're not going to scout. Okay. Well, and we could probably delay it. Probably delay it till after the barracks is done. Yeah, there we go. Because on this map, so this map we have an advantage of already knowing where the opponent is, so we don't necessarily have to do super early scout timings. I mean, we still want to scout early enough to get an idea of what their opening strategy is, but... Terran gets the first scout, sees a couple pylons, and a core going, and a gateway. We got another, I think this is we got another 18 factory. So everything Prost is doing is looking really normal. Terran is also looking pretty normal and defensive. Although there's no bunker here, so this is a little suspect to me. Is he going to try and do some sort of a... Yep, I see a second factory going. Is he going to try and do some sort of a 2 factory? I am looking forward to the shift-click games. I like that we're moving out with the Vulture, but unfortunately, goons are strong against all 3 of these. Against all these units. So, gotta be careful. Yep, there goes a Marine. But especially Vultures. If you don't have mines with your Vultures, goons will just, you know, the only way Vultures can really be threatening to goons is with offensive mines. Oh, yep. I'm in your base. I seize your base. Victorian, hello. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Oh, I like the notorious SCVs. They got a goon kill. And they got a second goon kill. GG. Okay. We're gonna be doing Flashcoin Whales next. We're doing both series today. All right. Another 2 points on the board for Team Barcode. GG. Yep. When goons get in your base and... Yep. Okay, and up next we have a TVT. Very excited to cast my teammates today. Alright. This is J to the T versus Fire Hex. Alright. Oh, I didn't change the map that game. Oh well. Oops. Okay. Oh, and we got... This is a fresh score. Vermeer game 1. Here we go. In the top right on Vermeer, it is our Red Terran playing for Barcode Fire Hex. I like it. Fire getting the color red. All right. In the bottom right, sorry, that was the top right. I don't know if I said right or left. In the bottom right, parallel to Fire Hex's location, it is our blue Terran, Jaded the T, playing for Supply Block Party. All right. Oh, I love it. Fellow 600 APMer. Looks pretty normal on both sides. We've got kind of a normal static game state. Assume we're going to see about a 16-17 factory from both players. So if any of you are ever watching and you don't know what CPL is, CPL is a league for players of all skill levels to learn Brood War. In my streams, I often like to feature Tier 3 because this is probably the most underrepresented tier in the league, and this is the tier that also has some pretty wild games and strategies. So every now and again in Tier 3 you get some really awesome gems. So I like to feature these players. These are they're newer players, and but strategically they're still there's some banger Tier 3 games in terms of strategy. So I always like to kind of open up a surprise pack of games and see what I get. Yeah, so it's looking like a pretty normal, just factory expand. Fire Hex is looking like I guess maybe this is going to be some sort of a 2 factory play. Got a barracks scout. Okay, so we don't have any add-on coming out of Firehex, which is interesting. So he's not planning on getting any vulture upgrades at this point. Oh, okay, now we have the add-on coming down. Up to now, up to about 5 minutes, he's just been macroing out vultures. But I'm going to guess we're probably going to see... might see speed, but honestly, I'd like to see spider mines. We'll see what Firehex decides to go for. And Jay is also going for his own set of... okay, we got speed. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured since he was going for 3-fact vulture, but, you know. We got a nice little raid coming in here. Totally wiped out the economy of Jay at the natural. But he might be able to riposte this. Nope, not. I stand corrected. Yeah, I feel like at this point, I'm just looking at it because, yeah, I think Firehex just has superior macro, unfortunately. Just superior macro, and he's been on 3-fact vulture longer, so I think just he's going to have more numbers. But I don't know, he might be... this is kind of close. And then another 3 come in. No, that's not going to work. Yeah. That's unfortunate. GG. Firehex wins the Vulture Wars of Game 1. All right. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. Alright, we have game 2 on butter. I didn't realize I was showing you all my replay files like a dork. My bad. Okay. Alright. So we have in the top right on butter. That's okay. They'll catch it on the VOD later. It'll be great. So in the top right on butter, our blue Terran playing for Supply Block Party. It is J to the T. And in the bottom right, our red Terran, Firehex, playing for Barcode. I like this. Interesting putting the barracks all the way. I guess he's putting the barracks all the way up here so that he can make up the distance to the base, maybe. Yeah, he sends a marine out and then just okay. Sends a marine out and lifts it off. It's a pretty that you can't really see from here. There's a factory down here, by the way. Pretty kind of a static game state right now. Again, kind of going up to factory. Looks like Fire Hex is taking a 21, 22-ish Nexus. Sorry, CC. I'm a Protoss. Everything looks like Nexus to me. Like, that's a Nexus, that's a Nexus, that's a Nexus. So Jay kind of being a little bit more cautious and building a bunker first. I like this for Vulture run-bys. His expansion's going to be a little bit later. A lot bit later. But if all you're doing is just pumping out Vultures anyway, why not? Be a little bit extra safe. And Firehex is once again kind of going for that methodical three factory while macroing out Vultures. Oh, there you go. There's the third factory. Never mind. Should be seeing an add-on, I would guess, coming soon. Nope, we're not done yet. We're still building Vultures. Maybe it. Oh, there it is. There's the add-on. Okay. I'm sorry, Terrans have like the most OP scouting unit in the entire game. This is like just... Look at it. It takes you an hour just to kill it. Well, Jay's going for more of a conservative... Well, not conservative, more of a macro-oriented two-factory play, looks like. That's the word I was looking for. And both of them are getting Vulture speed, so I like that. But if this goes up to be a 4-fact Vulture versus a 2-fact, or even a 3, yeah, I don't know, man. I think Firehex is just making all the right calls about macro and build timing. It's like, well, 3-fact Vulture worked great last game. Let's just add another fact and make it a little bit more all in. Why not? Although I don't think he was counting on the bunker being there. Firehex getting siege tank on the way, siege mode, and siege tanks. I mean, with all this vultures and spider mines, it's like you just really now you need tanks to entrench the position. And now it's that famous Terran armored car strategy. I like that Jay's going for a third. His third timing is right about the same, which is really impressive. Going 4 factory with 2 add-ons. Both builds are doing that. Oh, it looks like he lost his barracks. Oops. Well, Firehex getting a jump on this third. Is he gonna have enough to actually shut this down? It'd be pretty big if he can do that. He already has an economic advantage, and he's just gonna totally win the game. Win the long game if he does this. Looks like he's gonna pull it off. Ooh, nice. Nice mine connections. I think he is going to be able to get this third here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Yep. Nice hold by J to the T. So going up to like kind of 4 factories on both sides, 4 factory double add-on. Ooh. We have another CC coming up? No. So this is kind of like the I guess kind of like the more like stalematey position, but Firehex has a oh wow. I missed that. Apparently, he did a bunch of damage to the main economy here. I'm so, like, overwhelmed by just, all the stuff on the map. Anyway, so it looks like both players are kind of they're in this same like kind of static state. Firehex does have a considerable worker advantage. She has a 35 worker advantage and like a 45 supply lead. So, and climbing, scratch that, like a 50 supply lead. So, you know, you do the math, right? 35 worker advantage and 50 supply, you know, he's got like about a control group of mech more than Jada the T has right now. So, but, you know, tanks are strong and they have range on them, so you can't just like send stuff right in, obviously. Oh, we got a counterattack here. Glad I caught that. Forcing a pull on the SCVs. Nice counter harass by Jada the T. Didn't quite deal the same blow, but you know, he shaved off about what, 10 SCVs? It's not bad. Now, the 6 factory macro is a whole nother story. Well, that's a whole nother animal to worry about. And got a 4th coming up for Firehex. I feel like with vultures and mines running around, once Jay gets to a more secured position, which he won't. Well, what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, there's that kind of no man's land there. So once Jay gets into a more comfortable defensive position, he'll be able to, you know, I mean, he already laid some mines like down around here, but he'll be able to poke around here and maybe explore down here and harass this. So I don't think that's going to be coming anytime soon because there's a contain out here. He's got a worker disadvantage that he has to make up. He's only on 4 factories. You know, has a lot of boxes to check off before he gets that comfortable, but if this game goes on and he's able to get that comfortable, you know, he'll be able to, I feel like, harass this position with vultures pretty easily. So we'll see what happens. Oh, looks like planning on going up to 5 base here. I don't know. Or no, we're just kind of exploring this route probably as well. Firehex is really on top of the map vision between the vultures and the scans and the shifting the army around. He really is seeing what's going on the whole map. Oh, we have a drop coming in. Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah. So that's nice. So now this is starting to get a little bit more even in economy. I'm not sure if he can tell that. And I'm not sure if our Blue Terran has quite a sense of just where things are, but I do like to see that economies are even and he's on 6 factory. So he's basically caught up. He just needs to now catch up in macro, in production. But he's caught up in economy and infrastructure. So we'll see. Can he pull this game around? Can he turn it around? This drop was nice. It was very disruptive. Look at all this. Still no mining time here. It's still lifted. So that was a very disruptive drop. That was very nice. And not much is mining here either. So, you know, Firehex has effectively one mining base. Currently. I mean, obviously he landed in transfer workers, so he's going to have 2 mining bases and 3, but I'm wondering if Jay can make up the... Well, he's going up to 7 fact, okay. Alright, so we have a drop inbound here. So Firehex is now trying to get on to kind of like that 4 base economy. If he can actually get this up and running before the game is over, he will. Although I don't know the way that these some of these engagements are going. I don't know. I feel like, so now it's like, look at this. So originally we started with a minefield here, and now and it was kind of a soft contain with the minefield here, and then now look at this with all this siege tanks that we have here, and these drops have been, I mean, they've been good, but they also haven't been closing in as much damage as needs to get done. So, you know, now we're kind of moving into a harder contain here with the siege tanks. Look at this arc. Jeez. I'm a Protoss and I'm admiring this arc here, okay? We have more, yeah, we have some. These all have? No, these have some stuff in them. And the contain is just, I mean, look, we could just keep moving tanks up here all day and just making this contain worse. We got an, oh, nice Goliath drop here. Yeah, this would be brutal. If we could take this base away from this Terran player, like, this would be totally brutal. But meanwhile, Jay is also trying to take some bases away, which I really like to see. Yeah, it looks like that's gone. And this Catane is just going to get worse and worse and worse. GG. Yep. All right. Well, that was a very long and patient game out of Firehex. I appreciate it. I appreciated watching that. I liked how methodical he was building up to that Catane. So, all right. And that's it. We're done with our first block of games. So that was Supply Block Party versus Barcode. Up next, we're gonna have oh, I need to upload the games first. That'd be nice. Up next, we're gonna have Flashcoin Whales versus Shift Click. Let's get oh, nice. All right. I know some of these players. I'm very excited to be casting some of these players. All right. Sorry. Stupid Explorer. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So we have another wonderful set of games. Like I said, I know these players between playing them in preseason and playing them elsewhere. I know a few of these, so I'm very excited. Let me get my... Well, no, we'll just do this one first. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go. First game, we're gonna go into a ZVT. Let's see. This is make sure I get the names right. Okay. Mini Renak, who do you play for? Do you play for... Were you playing for Shift Click? We're not gonna do your game right away, but well, yeah, but we're gonna get to it. Okay. Then I think these team names are right. I'm just checking. I want to make sure I have a good baseline for right team names. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do Solaren versus Dead Dumble for game 1, a ZVT. And yeah. I've played against both of these players in the past. I've played against Solaren in NSL and I think previous CPL, and I've also played against Dead Double in previous CPL games, so should be fun. Looking forward to these games. Okay. All right. In the top left on Vermeer are Blue Zerg playing for Shift Clique. It is Dead Dumble. And in the top right, our Red Terran playing for Flash Coin Whales. It is Solaren. Dead Double going for the overpool. The nice all-around opening. Kind of like super safe, best of all worlds. Wonderful opening. And Solaren walling in. Getting ready for those Zergling run-bys. Solaren Scouts is going to get the first scout. Nice. Love to see it. And it looks like it's going to be going for a 15cc. Ooh, I don't know about this. We have 0 Marines, and we see there are Zerglings on the map. I don't know about this. Kind of risky. Building them, but I don't know. It's going to be tight. Building another supply depot here. I like this. Kind of trying to catch this. Make it a little bit more tight. Oh, the Marine can't get in. Oh, that sucks. That is unfortunate. Man, Zerglings are so... Oh, man. They're in the base. Oh, man. We are down to 4 SCVs. Sorry, 5. Zerg just reset the game. We're starting over. We have 2 Marines, though, now. I think Zerg is probably just going to drone for a little bit. But we'll see. The Zergling speed on the way. Is this going to go into a Spire, I wonder? I'm not sure. Oh, it's just going to... Yeah, I think he's just going to... Whoops, sorry, guys. I think he's just going to go... I think he's just going to go into more Zerglings. Why not? Probably should take out that egg. We got 2 Sunkens at the 3rd base. Got lots of Marines on, lots of Lings on the map. Or the Zerg version of Marines. And I'm gonna guess this is probably going to be a Spire? I don't know. Well, no, he doesn't have enough gas for it to be Spire. This might just go into a Lurker. And the Lings have found their way into the base. And I think we're going to be seeing GG any minute here. Not much else I can see happen. Yep, GG. Okay. Nice job. Shift click gets 1 on the board. Yeah, man. Ugh. I hate it when you die because of SimCity. I feel that. That's frustrating. Okay. Game 2. Can we turn the series around? Let's find out. In the top right on Butter, our Blue Zerg, it is Dead Dumble. In the bottom right, our Red Terran, it is Solaren. Okay. We got another, what is this? Well, it looks like we got a 9 pool. Nice. Now we're going to build 2 more lings. All of our larvae is going to lings. Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, I love the block. Fridge! What's up, Fridge? I know, right? It's not very polite. Alright. I need to fix my, Oh, I should probably, sorry. There we go. So now, Solarian is finally able to actually get some infrastructure going. It's nice to see. I like that he's not rushing out to expand here. But I'm not sure what Dead Devil's follow-up is. Let's see. Yep, so there's... Oh. Yep, we gotta move your Marines a little bit more forward so the SCV can get out. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like Dead Devil's going to plan to go into a 3-hatch Spire out of this. But I don't know. This is a pretty good Marine count here. No medics, mind you. But a lot of Marines. Oh, finally. Okay, we got some medics incoming. Should probably transfer some workers, but it's okay. Still a little bit of time before the mutas get out here. Look at that. There's 0 mutas being built, even though the Spire is done. And all those Marines just got shredded. All those links just got shredded. So we'll see. He's got 4 racks coming. He's got the infrastructure. Now if you just keep up with the production, I think you know, he might be able to turn this game around. I'm also not sure what Dead Dumble's Muta Micro is. This is one of those things where, you know, if you don't have the best Muta Micro, this could backfire. So, I'm not sure. But we do have a small group of mutas out here. How much is this? Yeah, it's like 8 mutas. Double starport. Okay. Ten mutas now. Okay, so we have 10 of these, and getting on 12 of these bad boys. But no. Oh, here we go. Okay, I want to see how this engagement goes. The mutas are coming. Ooh. I don't... Oh my gosh. No. Wow. No. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, mutas can backfire. Especially if you A move them. Wow, that was rough. All right. GG. One point on the board for Flash Coin Wales. Let's see. All right. Can Solaren pull a reverse sweep in the bottom right on... Hold on, what map is this? I probably should have checked that before I did the... before I started it. I think this is Deja Vu. Yeah. I think this is Deja Vu. Okay. Sorry. I had to alt-tab to the scoreboard. That's why that froze. Okay. So, bottom right on Deja Vu, our red Terran, it is Solaren looking to 2-1 this series. And in the bottom left, our blue Zerg, it is Dead Dumble. Opening looks to be Overpool again. And Dumble gonna get the first scout with the Overlord. So it looks like if Solaren can just survive the early game and macro out some units, he might actually be able to secure a series here, which would be very great to see. I enjoyed I enjoyed the defensive play last game. So once again, Dumble is sending out a contingent of Zerglings to the Terran base, completely ignoring the SCV. Like, dude, you're not even worth my time. Shade. That is Zergling shade right there. All right. Here we go. This does seem to be the moment Dumble needs to pounce upon, and it looks like he's done it. The Zerglings are in the base, and they are killing off the workers. Solaren does have money to spend, but oh man, wow, yeah. That's painful. I don't know, this looks like GG to me. Oh, whoops. I have to do that every game. Okay. Yeah, this looks like GG. It sucks. It sucks, but we just we gotta call it. Ah, bummer. Alright, well, I was happy to see him get a win out of that. So 2 more points on the board for, or 2 points. Sorry, not 2 more. 2 points for Shift Click on the board. We have a new series. Okay. And I am going to cast the next 2 games online because turning that one particular feature off every game is annoying. So, although I'm normally not in the habit of watching my reps online, so yeah. That's probably why I did that. Okay. All right, so up next we have Jackie Nuts versus Mini Redneck. I will do my best to be gentle. And this is a PvP. Oh my goodness. My little Protoss brain just perked up when I saw PvP. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. Here we go. All right. Back to Vermeer. Okay. All right. Oh, no. I still have to turn that off. Okay. In the bottom right on Vermeer are Red Protoss. Playing for Shift Click, it is Mini Redneck. And in the bottom left on Vermeer, playing for, what is this? The Flash Coin Whales, thank you, is our blue Protoss, Jackie Nuts. Oh, man. Oh, is this going to be some nasty forward 2-gate nonsense? Oh, my goodness. Forward pylon on a PvP. I just, I have ladder PTSD. So, nice timing. The blue Protoss is going to cross scout first, which is not actually a bad way to go in this matchup if you're worried about center 2-gate. But red Protoss, meanwhile, is going to actually get the first scout. Now, yep, there goes the first gate. Now, the question is, did blue Protoss actually see the scout path and deduce where red was? That's what I'm wondering. So we got 2-gate out of Mini. Okay. I do feel like that gas might be a little early. So this is just a forward gateway out of Jackie Nuts so far. We're not seeing another gate added on. So there is actually a build that is on I forget where I found it. Did I find it on like the Team Liquid archives? There's an old build that like they call it the Bonneth build on Team Liquid, but I've also seen what's his face do it, Quark do it, where it's a 2-gate, 3 zealot, 21 gas build that's really nice, and this is very close to that. This opening is very close to that. So, if that's your style, if you like 2-gate, and you like to kind of poke with 3 zealots like this, you know, that may not be a bad build to look into. I've played it and it's very fun and effective. Nice job getting the zealots in here, trying to disrupt the economy. There is nothing here, so this is all disruptive. Okay, now we finally have a goon out. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think with the goon here, this is going to eventually get cleared. Oh, maybe not. Might take it out. Oh, man. Nice. Wow. Wow, nice. Yeah, no, I was not ready for the 2-gate. Well played. All right. I didn't see anything wrong with that game. That was beautiful. If you do see a 2-gate, especially if you get like an early enough scout and you see a 2-gate, my understanding anyway is that there is 2 responses you have. You can build a shield battery and use the shield battery to keep your zealots alive longer. But the other way you can go is to, sorry, I was just losing what I was saying. So you can either build a shield battery or you can build a second gate. I personally like to build a second gate, just because I'm a macro player and I like more. Or I at least like to keep up with my opponent's production if they have more. But there's different ways you can do that. If you're in Jackie Nuts' position like that. But yeah, usually either building a shield battery for your zealots or building a second gateway when you see that 2-gate. All right. And we're going to go into game 2 on butter. Yeah, you know, I noticed I wasn't really paying attention to the minerals. Yeah, I mean, floating a lot, it, you know, happens. You float a lot in tier 3, so try to keep up with your macro, but all right. All right, here we go. Game 2. So yeah, that's very strong. And if you are going to go 2 gate, poking out with 3 zealots is good. The other thing I like to do is like when I 2 gate, the other comp I like to go for is 3 zealots and a probe. Like I'll just kind of build up to 3 zealots and then throw a probe and then throw in a probe and then move out and, you know, poke around. But yeah, mixing a probe in with your zealots is good. So we got pretty normal stuff going on. 10 gate, 10 scout. Yep, yep. So we've got another 2 gate, and it's another 10-12 2 gate. Yeah, that Boneth build, it's it's something like, the name of the build is something like a 10-12 2 gate, or a 2 gate 3 zealot 21 gas is something. It's something like that. That's the name of the build, and it's really, it's a very nice 10-12 2 gate build. It's actually one of my favorites. I played it a bit in an older CPL season. So I like it. So we scouted the 2 gate and we got our own 2 gate. This is nice. So now, you know, the opponent may still have a unit advantage, but this is at least a little bit more competitive. And still building. This is kind of risky, building the core. I feel like if your plan wasn't to go 2 gate and it was just 1, and you scouted 2 gate and you built your second gateway, getting a core right away is really risky, because there's a chance that your opponent is going to have more zealots than you because they were on 2 gates sooner. So this is kind of risky doing that. To me, oh wow, oh nice, a pylon block at the natural. You are not getting expansion today, my friend. Nope, not happening. This is not your base today. So, it's just a little bit risky going into core that early. It's better to put that money into 2 zealots, you know, and try and catch up in zealot count. And a forward shield battery. That is rude. I like it. Nice surface area. Just totally broke that zealot line. I like the attempt. I like getting probes to fight, but I think this is done so. Yeah. Yeah, what I like to do when I'm playing a 1-gate build and I have to shift into 2, what I like to do is I like to delay my core and go and just build zealots off a 2-gate and just have 1 probe on gas instead of 3, so pull 2 off until I'm ready to go into core and switch into goons. That's what I like to do personally. Because you're gonna, if you're, yeah, rip. Because, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to play catch-up, your opponent is just dictating the pace of the game, and so you're going to probably be on zealots for a minute. So, might as well get the extra minerals. Alright, GG, well played. Mini Renek. Nice 2-0. I have no complaints about those games. Very well executed. Floating a little bit of money, but you know what? I don't blame them. Oh man, you have to love Protoss to put up with all the 2-gate nonsense you deal with at the low levels. It's frustrating. I don't blame them. Okay. Oh, wrong screen. Okay. There we go. Well played. I think that actually banter aside, I think that for Jackie Nuts, what I would say is I would actually caution against giving up on Protoss because a lot of this is just knowing how to respond to what you see. And, you know, that's what losses are for, especially like continuous losses that, you know, have patterns. You know, you detect the patterns and you correct them. So, and that's part of learning a race. You know, this game is not easy, regardless of what Terran mains will tell you. They'll tell you it's easy for Protoss, but it's not easy. So that was very well fought, well played, and yeah, I think just tweaking, just tweaking how to respond to what you see. I think that last game, you know, if we detected 2-gate, we built our own 2-gate, we pulled 2 probes off gas and delayed the core, like, you know, I mean, we're still in it as long as we're building and producing. So for Jackie Nuts, I would say if you're serious about quitting Protoss, I would personally discourage that. I think a lot of these things can be remedied by just looking at the replay and learning how to adapt. Protoss is definitely a race where you have to adapt a little bit to what you see. Okay, so last one of the night, we have Rakels versus Renak. A ZVP. All right. Rakels is I'm looking forward to this game. Rakels is, to my understanding, kind of a new CPL player. I think this is their first season, but but I got to play him during the preseason, and I enjoyed those games. They were very close games, like a lot of even PvP is. So I enjoyed the Rakels games. Game 1, Vermeer. Okay, I've got it. All right. All right. We have ZVP. Okay, in the top right on Vermeer, it is our red Zerg playing for Shift Clique. It is Renak. And in the bottom right, our blue Protoss playing for the Flashcoin Whales. It is Rakels. We've got a forward pylon and an 8 scout. So far, so good. Personally, I like to default to this on any map. I like to default to 8 scout on any map and then just keep the probe alive as long as possible, which is a mini game every P should be good at, or should get good at in this matchup. And even in PvP as well. So, we got a forge opener. Nice. Got an overpool out of Renak. Yeah, I like to have just like one probe on the map, scouting the map as soon as possible, and then the other probe just at home, mining, making money, and building. Like, I like to keep it simple. Especially in this matchup when you just don't know how many lings you're going to see when in the early game. I have been practicing the TVT opening. I'm practicing TVT and TVZ, and I think next season I'm gonna race pick. But I'm gonna play both Protoss and Terran next season. I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling. We're practicing the TVT opening, and yeah. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. I've got the opening, like the opening sequence down up to like about 15 supply, and like the different variations. So I've got the rhythm down, the core rhythm down. I'm happy about it. So we've got a pretty this is a pretty normal safe opening. You know, we should be seeing a Stargate out of Rakels. Oh, that's a really fast second. Huh. This is a very fast second assimilator. And this is a very late core. I mean, well, okay, it depends on what his plan is, but If this is a Stargate build, like your normal Forge Expand into Stargate, this is a late core. So, and this is a very early second gas. There's Citadel. Okay. Are we just gonna rush Speed Zealots and just rush in? This is... Oh, man. With the Spire, too. Oh, my gosh. This is weird. Yeah, this is like... It's a Sayerless build, but it's like... It's otherwise pretty normal. The timings are all otherwise pretty normal. It's weird. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Normally, like when I'm used to going Sayerless, there's a purpose, you know. So I'm curious what what Rakel's goal is going to be here, especially against 3-hatch Muta. Oh, sorry, 3-hatch Spire. Oh, he's just that's 7 Zealots. He's just doing the normal thing and just skipping Sayer. Okay. That's interesting. Although his archives is late. It's 30 seconds late. I mean, yeah. It's understandable if he's just doing new stuff. Or even tier 3, you know. You don't always have those timings hashed out. This is interesting. Gets a full scout off with the 7 Zealots. But I'm curious what he's going to do as a reaction to Muta. Because he can't just build a bunch of cannons and defend with the Sayers. He doesn't have them. Is he going to go Archon, maybe? Or Dark Archon? No, we're getting Storm. Not yet. I'm really interested. Those aren't going to be out in time. Oh, man. Yep, the Mutas are here. Goons and cannons are good, though. So there's not much Renna can do with those. Yeah, he is going Archon. Okay. This is so interesting. It's like they're trying to get a good angle in, but there's not a lot of really favorable spots. Overlord's done. Okay, he's going to try and bust the 3rd. I don't know if he can. Yeah. Ah, that's tough. All right. Well, GG. It was a good attempt. Renak has 1 on the board. That was an interesting build. I was not expecting to see an sailorless, otherwise normal looking PVZ. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today and supporting your T3 CPL mates. Quick shout out to Mick Taryn, Mini Renak, Locally Unseen, Fridge, Corvo, Father's Belt, Lampshade, and McRibbed and Dada. Thank you all so much for showing up in the chat and supporting CPL, and also thank you for the follows as well. I'm not gonna name drop everyone who followed, but thank you so much for the follows and for the support, guys. Oh, well, okay. So he knows how to deal with Sairless. All right. We're going into Butter Game 2. Okay. In the top right, our blue Protoss, Rakels, playing for the Flashcoin Whales. In the bottom right, our red Zerg, Renak, playing for Shift Clique. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like to mix in Sairless builds every now and again, but like I said, usually when I go Sairless, there's a reason I'm going Sairless, and otherwise I kind of do the just build 2 Sayers for scouting. At the very, I mean, I don't do that crazy like 5 Sayer 7 Zealot thing. That's a little above my pay grade, but I do the 2 Sayer scout thing because it's just, man, I've played so many games against Zerg where you're blind the whole game and they just totally run away with it like they're playing single player. So yeah, but it's good. I mean, I think Sairless builds are really cool to mix in. I think they're a cool thing to experiment with. So Probe is here being annoying. Oh man, totally denying the hatch. Oh man, that's what you want to do as Protoss. He's doing it right. Okay, so we have some Zerglings incoming. And a Nexus, and we're going to have a cannon up here shortly as well. Yep. Getting all of our bases covered, literally. So when I did my series versus Renak, I did a very specific build for this map, and it was like a goon all in, and I specifically partly did it because it's butter. You know, it was a very like map specific choice, but I don't really know what Rakels is gonna do here. We're transferring probes. We got that kind of like that 16 Zerg hatchery, and what Arcane Winds casted the game. It's in the different that game that I played versus Renak on Butter. You can check out Arcane Winds cast of that. It's among the CPL11 VODs. That's why I threw it out there. Yeah, so this, yeah, okay. This looks fairly normal. Again, like, you know, I mean, you were saying, meaning Ranak, you were saying he was going Sairless. So, or sorry, Mick Terran was saying he's been practicing Sairless stuff. So I'm curious about the choice to go Spire, knowing that you're probably playing Sairless, because you don't need to build Scourges to deal with the Corsairs. I mean, you can build Mutas to counter the Zealots, but without Corsairs, you don't need Scourge. Certainly not that early. What I'm getting at is, like, if you know your opponent doesn't build a Sayer, couldn't you just like do like, you know, like Hydra busts, like those old like 2-hatch Hydra bust builds and stuff? I don't know. I'm kind of trying to understand the theory of it, because I'm interested in Zerg as well. So I've been interested in Zerg for a long time. Whoa, what do we have here? We have goons. Oh, we have another 5-gate goon all in. Okay. Well, this, this is gonna hurt. I should know I've done this build. Yeah, this build gets a lot of goons out, like, early. So although they're getting kind of low. Ooh. Oh my gosh. He just breaks it. Just breaks it. Wow. That was close. He almost didn't break it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. And we have the another macro cycle of goons coming down. Do we have speed? No, we don't have zealot speed. We just have 6 gates. Man. Oh man. He like almost didn't break that. That was so close. Well done. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. This build is brutal. That's oh man, that's gotta be a tough. That's gotta be tough. GG. That's a rough one, man. Ugh. And this is butter, by the way. Maps. If you're Protoss and you're curious, maps that don't have a ramp, that just have an even a flat entryway like this with no ramp, you could totally do you could totally do a goon all in if you can get away with it. It's yeah, there's a couple of them in CPL. Wow, okay. That was rough. GG, man. 1 point on the board for Flash Coin Whales. Good heavens. All right. Last game of the night, guys. Last game. Last series. Ran a little longer, but that's okay. We're jamming. We're not looking at the clock. All right. It is tied 1-1. The map is Deja Vu. Who will take this series? In the top left are Red Zerg, Renak, playing for Shift Clique. It is the ultimate StarCraft clique. It is Shift Clique. In the top right are blue Protoss Rakels, playing for the the Flashcoin Whales. I love that name. That is such a hilarious name. Every time I say it, I giggle in my head. Okay. All right. I'm going overpool again. Nice. Yeah, so I really like how aggressive 9 pool is. It's really it's a nice build to learn if you're following certain F to S guides. It's also just nice to mix in for, you know, aggro and stuff, but I think I really like overpool because it's a nice balance of getting a few lings out to poke and scout and getting your natural natural hatchery up at a reasonable time. The only thing I don't like about 9 pool for a longer game is just it's the latest hatch timing of 9 pool, over pool, and 12 hatch. So, but overpool's like right in the middle. It's like right in the middle of not too greedy and not too slow. Got a nice a nice thing going here. Zer got a... Wow. That seems pretty fast, although that might just be me. A 13 hatch at the third. I think like isn't like 16 normal? 13 hatch is pretty fast. Or yeah. Well, if it's a 973, this one is not very saturated. There's a layer. We've got a nice wall going on here at the Protoss main. Nice probe scout here. That's nice. Nice to have it on the map and actually get out here and see what's going on. And the fact that there's nothing here and a probe can scout is... At 5 minutes? I feel like... Oh, there's a den. Oh, is this 5-hatch Hydra? Oh my gosh. I think it is. Yeah, I think that's the one where you build 3 hatches, and then you build 2 macro hatches, and then you do the den after the hatches. Oh my gosh. That's a fun build. Who did I see do that I thought was really good? I think I saw Quantum Leap do that build, and I was just like, wow. That's so nice. Yeah. Oh man, what does Protoss have? 2 cannons? Oh no, no. Oh honey, no, no, no. You need at least 4. You need 6 cannons at least. Oh, this is gonna be awful. I know, right? They're like so close if they aren't T2. This is going to be a surprise. He saw the probe, like he saw the third, he saw it was really early, and they saw that there was so long with nothing, right? But like hatcheries and nothing. But this is going to be such a surprise. Oh my, look at this. It's like 3 control groups of Hydras already. Ooh, DTs? That's weird. I don't know, man. High Templar I can see with Storm and stuff, but DT with Overlords and stuff, I don't know, man. Like, I think they're more of like a map control base denial unit than they are like an aggro unit. We'll see. I'm open to being proven wrong. Oh, man. Overlord's there. We need cannons, dude. We need cannons like minutes ago. We need cannons. Look at this. It's so empty. Oh. Oh. And they're coming. The horde is on the way. Oh no! No, it's just now starting the cannon! Oh! Oh man! Oh, that's such a bummer! Nice storm. I like that he got a storm off, but look, he has no energy. He just has 1 storm. And he did... Oh, man. Oh, that's rough. Hydra bust, man. Oh, my gosh. It is like the roughest part of PvZ. Nice job. Well done. All right. Well, thank you all for stopping by. That was very well played. That was very well played. And the thing is that even if you don't go, even if you do go Sayer, like 2 Hatch Hydra and like 973 are both really good. Like, your opponent can go Sayer and you'll still get there and you can still do some damage and like close out a game even with a Sayer build. So like, yeah, Hydra bust is I am so glad to see that Rennick pulled that out. That was the way to do that. All right. And I also liked that Rakels was experimenting with Sayerless builds. So I like the idea there, and I like the fact that he was just trying to do something different. All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully I'll be back next week with some more CPL11 casts from throughout the season. I don't know what week I'm going to do next week, but hopefully I'll be able to do it. I hope you enjoyed these games. The VOD, of course, will be on the CPL YouTube. You can watch it there. I think we're just rounding out the first week of playoffs, so playoff games should be coming up. Should be seeing some of those, so keep an eye out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great weekend and a great week, and yeah, GG's. All right. Let's see if we can find someone to raid here. I'll look at my who's playing StarCraft on Twitch here. We'll go ahead and raid Love Snowstream since Love Snow is playing. Terran players, you're in for a treat. We have an I believe A rank. I believe he's A rank, but he might be S by now. Anyway, we have an upper ranked Terran player and also a Terran coach at CPL playing StarCraft right now. Love Snow. Go and say hello and check out his games and enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I will hopefully see you next week, same time. Look at some more CPL Tier 3 highlights. All right. Have a good night, guys.